Welcome to what now is the 8th in this series of small talks on what meditation is and how we can begin to develop it. We've been talking about the fact that we need to cultivate the conditions to enable our meditation in order for it to grow and become stronger. We've talked about mindfulness, and we're going to move on now to the second of those conditions, which is called introspection. Now, introspection, as the word itself suggests, is this quality of being able to look within, introspecting, knowing the nature of your own mind. And that's a very important thing. Even leaving meditation aside, just in life in general, I think it's Carl Jung who said that if we don't have some self-awareness, these days the term metacognition is used, but self-awareness, if we don't have a certain degree of self-awareness, then we are by definition almost insane. Some degree of awareness, some degree of control and knowledge of one's own mind is essential for all of us. But here within meditation practice, it's a very important mental quality or mental muscle that we need to develop in order for our meditation to grow and get better. And as with mindfulness, we cultivate this mental muscle or this mental factor both when we're meditating and also outside our meditation practice as well. When we're in meditation, the key with developing introspection is understanding that there should be a part of your mind. Introspection is like it's described in the traditional text as being like a guard or a sentry which is watching over. So it's that little aspect of your mind in the background which is just making sure, am I still there with my object of attention, or has my mind wandered? And what you'll find is that first of all, we need to cultivate that ability or that part of our mind which is watching. But once we have done so, then if the meditation is going well, that can just sit back. It doesn't have anything particularly to do. But as soon as your mind wanders and you lose your attention, then that introspective ability within the mind kicks in and says, I've lost my attention. I'm supposed to be focusing on the breath or whatever it may be. And I've wandered off into thoughts. It notices that you've wandered off and it gently is responsible for bringing you back. So cultivate it while you're meditating. But not just while you're meditating, again, as with mindfulness, do it during the day as well. Be aware of your own mind. Stop a couple of times during the day and say, how am I feeling? What's been going on in my mind? Follow, if you can, the train of thought that goes through the mind. You know, the way the mind goes from here, there, or across the world and all around through thoughts, through a chain of thoughts. Try and follow that little chain of thought back and see, how did I get to where I am now? And by doing that once or twice during the day, you'll find that this mental muscle, this mental ability to be introspective will get stronger. And so by doing it outside your meditation practice, you'll find that then when you sit down to meditate, that capacity to be introspective has got more strength and will be able to bring you back more quickly when your mind wanders in meditation. So again, deliberately cultivate this part of the mind, this ability within the mind, and the benefits that come from that are not just, as I've said, in the meditation practice, but they come out to the rest of your life as well. That sense of self-awareness is so, so important. It allows you to know before you do something stupid that I'm going to do something stupid, or I'm going to think something stupid, or I'm going to say something stupid. It allows you to do that. Without self-awareness, without that ability to know your own mind, then we just tend to be controlled by our thoughts, controlled by our emotions. We tend to react to things in usually negative ways, which have not helped in the past and don't help again now. And this capacity to be introspective, therefore, allows us to have a little bit of distance from what's actually happening, to step back and be observing, oh, look, my mind's doing this, or I'm going to react like that, and that distance that you create is extremely useful because it allows you to not react, or it allows you to respond rather than reacting. You see what happened and you see the way you could react this way or that way, and you choose the better way, which is, of course, a beautiful thing and a very important thing to do, because it's, as we've said, as is very clear and is very known within meditation practice, it's not what happens to us that matters. It's not what goes on in our world that matters. It's not what people say to us or do to us. It's the way we react to it which matters. And even the most horrific things in life can be much dealt with in a much better way when we respond rather than reacting. And this quality of introspection is what enables us to do that. So deliberately try and bring that quality into your life. Thank you.